long have you been involved with FIP?
I started with FIP in 1988 when they had the first Ambassadors Cup in Palm Springs. Ambassador Holden, who was then one of the founders of FIP, called me up and said, could you help us arrange hotel rooms since I'm in the hotel business? And I did. And that's how I got introduced to FIP. And things just rolled on from there. And I've been really active since 1992.
And it sounds like once you join FIP, you're in it for life.
That's it. That's for sure. Yeah, you'll see a lot of people here have got several years under their belt along with FIP.
We're here right now with the hosts of the evening kicking off the celebration, Glenn Holden with his lovely wife, Gloria. And now tell us about the exciting things we're going to see this week.
Okay.
We are.
We have 25 players from overseas, from international, and then 25 local players. And each local player has to not only mount himself, his horses, but he gives horses to one of the international players. And this, the first one ever was 90, this is the 91st Ambassadors Cup. And I put on the first one in 1986.
He did. Really? And so did I. I was there too.
My mentor, Glenn Holden, introduced me to FIP, and he brought me to the first meeting, and I wasn't a member yet, and he took me in, and he said, I said, well, I'm not a member, I don't belong here. He says, no, if the president invited you, is that not good enough?
I never like to play in representative of your country, because we are not really representatives. We belong to the country, but we are not the best players. We are one of the group.
Yeah.
Perhaps we are the worst players from Argentina.
Oh, I don't believe
And in the last period, I had no horse. They were lending the horses to me, and I took the shoulder of the one who was playing against me and said, sir, I have no horse. And he went down from his horse, and I rode it and scored the 2 winning goals with that horse. Marvelous.
And Glenn Holden gave you that horse.
And that man was Glenn Holden.
Your husband had an idea to do this sport, and he called Ambassador Holden.
That's right. He called him, told him all about it. You know what he said? He said, oh gosh, Marcos, that just sounds so good, but I don't think we can do it. And he said, yes, we can.
And here it is, years later.
Years later, we are having like nearly 100 countries. I think there are 93 countries or something that are involved with this International Polo Federation.
And you ladies were there when it was just 1-2 countries.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. So tell us how this has grown and changed since you've been part of it.
Well, when I first joined, it was a very congenial group, and we were really building the group and building the number of countries involved and developing different things. Again, we got it approved. The Federation is the recognized representative for the sport of polo to the International Olympic Committee now, so that was a big job to get done.
So now we begin the introduction of the teams, and the order of introduction is the order you're playing tomorrow. So the first 2 teams will be playing at 12 o'clock, the second 2 teams will be playing at 2 o'clock, and the third 2 teams will be playing at 4 o'clock. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Santa Barbara Polo Club team. Tom Schluman. Andrew Bossum.
Please, silence in the court. This is the beginning of a wonderful party.
We're really looking forward to spending some time with you. Santa Barbara is a very special place. And I hope at the end of this time, you will also believe that playing polo in Santa Barbara is playing polo in paradise.
Welcome to Polo in Paradise. We're at the 93rd Ambassadors Cup with the Federation of International Polo. We're here at Bella Vista Polo Club. The Federation of International Polo started when Marcos had an idea in Argentina and spoke to Ambassador Holden in the United States. And now, with over 80 countries represented, we're here to enjoy. Welcome. So now tell us what's special about the Federation for International Polo.
Well, it brings together a group of players from all over the world, and we share a common bond in playing the game of polo and loving it and having fun along the way.
And it must be exciting to be able to play with people from all over the world and not be on the same team all the time.
That's correct. I played with all these people one time or another, but against them more than I get with them.
Come on, let's get lost in the moment.
With Peter Prindeville from Australia, and you just had a great win. Tell us how it felt to play out here in Bella Vista.
Well, it's such a beautiful place here, and obviously one of the quintessential places in the world to come and play at Santa Barbara. And Pat Nesbitt's place, of course, is one of the best of the best. So I'm very privileged to be here playing alongside my son, who didn't play in my team, but is playing in the game after us. So I'm very lucky.
Sport. We're with Warwick Prindeville, and you play with your father.
Absolutely.
And you've started when you were a young boy.
Yeah, I'm playing for 10 years now,
so how is it to be here at the Paradise and Polo Cup?
Can't beat it. I mean, being this close to the coast and at a place like this, it's pretty unbelievable for me. And
where are some of the places that you've played?
I played obviously a lot in Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, France, England, and now the USA.
And now you call this home?
For now it's home. Yeah, I moved here about a year ago, and yeah, I haven't picked up the accent yet, but I'm working on it.
All of you men just finished playing today, and so tell us first of all, how was it scoring those goals?
Well, the game was excellent. We won by 1 goal, 5-4, but it was very open, and at the end it was pretty hard, man.
It was. There was a lot of competition out there, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was a lot of competition. I think we saw it very hard fought at the beginning. They had a 3-goal lead on us, and it took us quite a while to
the rest of the four chokers to catch up with them, and the god of polo is like that, you know, until the last moment, in the last 20 seconds, that's when he decides who is going to win, and I'm glad that our friends won the game.
When did you join the Federation for International Polo?
Well, I was one of the founders of the International
So you were there at the very beginning,
at the very beginning
with Marcos and Glenn?
With Marcos and Glenn in 1982 or 1983.
Isn't it wonderful to look out and see how many countries participate and how much you've really grown the sport?
Yeah, it has helped us a lot, you know, to unite polo in the world. Some people, there's some friends that perhaps there's 10 years that we have not seen each other, and perhaps just written or send messages or whatever, and then you see each other, and it was like if you saw them yesterday, you know? So that's
isn't that, it's like a big family, isn't it?
That's a big family, that's right.
On the second day of tournament play. I'm Gail Kivistad, your host, and just to get you up to speed, we have Santa Barbara Polo Club, California Polo Club, and Bella Vista Polo Club vying for that silver cup. Kristen Geraldo.
Hi.
And have you played other Federation of International Polo events?
This is my first.
Oh,
actually.
So what do you think now that you've just
one.
met everyone?
I'm just...
You're hooked.
I'm hooked. But it's everyone here is so warm. Everyone here is so amazing. It's a really special place to be here at Pat Nesbitt's house, and to be surrounded by these great players who have been playing the game for decades. And that's what's so special about it. When you step on the field and you play with these gentlemen that have been playing for so long, it's truly special, very special for me to be a part of that, to be here.
We're here with Bill Stetta from Mexico. And what do you feel when you're out playing polo? What kind of feeling do you have?
Oh, it's my life. I have breakfast, lunch, and supper with polo. And when I go at night, after doing my praying, I drink with polo. So.
Thank you for sharing your passion of polo.
Thank you.
Estuardo.
That's correct, Gail.
Yes, so you have been playing for years with your father, haven't you?
Yeah, it's me, my brothers. We're two brothers and my father. We've been playing for 20 years.
And so what's special about coming with your family and traveling with the Federation?
It's awesome. It's a bonding thing. Yes, it's really uniting. For us, polo, not only traveling, but down in Peru, in our farm, we play together, we cry together, we laugh together. It's
your life.
Yes, it's really very important for us.
Tayo Macias, you come from Peru.
I come from Peru. I play polo since I was 20 years old.
And you're still playing?
I'm still playing. Every weekend I play.
Every weekend?
Yeah.
And you've just never stopped?
I never stop. I play with my grandsons and my sons, you know. I usually play with my sons, and now I play against my grandsons.
Tony, how long have you been playing? I heard that you started kind of later in life.
I did. I started at age 50 and never been on the horse. Actually, I was terrified of horses. And so at age 50, finally, my wife forced me to get on the program at San Diego Polo Club. And at that time, when I went to my first tryout, I'm severe lefty. I never used my right hand. So I hold the mallet with the left hand, and they said, no, you have to play right. And I gave them the horse, and I was going to leave. So the instructor said, we have plenty of lefties that they play right hand. So get back on the horse.
Michael Radigan, you came all the way from Argentina to play, didn't you?
I did, yes. I'm very delighted to be here. It's my first time in Santa Barbara, and so this is a beautiful place that Pat Nesbitt and Ursula have, so I'm very happy to be here.
It really is paradise, isn't it?
It is indeed. And we played yesterday, we played today. We didn't get that lucky, but you know, polo's like that. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
And how long have you been playing?
Well, for 8 years. I'm a pretty late starter. 95% of polo is staying on the horse. I said, oh, I can do that. So I gave it a try, and the bug bit me.
Ah, it did, didn't it? And now your son as well. Tell us about that.
Well, my son is 17, and he already plays better than I do. Don't tell him. So I'm very happy to be able to share this passion with him.
We're here with Gene Radigan, who came from Argentina with your father.
Indeed.
And you've been playing for a couple years, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been like 8 years now.
How long have you been a member of the Federation of International Polo?
I think since about 2003.
But you've been playing a lot longer than that?
I've been playing since I was about 12. I should be a much better player by now.
So you played professional polo down in Argentina?
Not professional. I played polo on a farm, and for a couple of years.
The farm team,
yeah.
Right? We're here at the end of the day on Thursday, and an exciting day it was. The teams are so well matched that they wound up in a tiebreaker shootout. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be going and visiting Sunstone Vineyards as well as Vincent, and meeting Monty Roberts, who is the horse trainer to the Queen. It's going to be an exciting day, and then Saturday, the finals. So get ready for more action, and we'll see you at Polo in Paradise. Welcome to the Vincent Vineyard and Winery. We're out here in the San Ynez Valley, where we're guests of Tony and Tanya Vincent. They've been hosting the Federation of International Polo, and we've been enjoying the wine tasting. They embody the same values of polo: hard work, excellence, and good care. Let's go in and see their winery. Come on. We're here with Ron Wainlitz from Australia, and you've been playing polo for decades.
About 3 decades, yeah. I started when I was 50, so I used to race cars before that. For 20 years I raced race cars.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you switched over from the adrenaline of race cars to race ponies.
Anything more than 1 horsepower now scares me.
And so what do you all think?
She's phenomenal. Tony and Tanya Vincent are just phenomenal hosts. They invited. We didn't get to go to the tasting room. We went right to their house and opened the doors for us. And tremendous hospitality.
Have you met them before?
We have, yes.
And so you knew that they were lovely and going to open up the red carpet.
Yes, and to be the hostess with the most.
We're here at Sunstone Vineyards in the San Ynez Mountains, and we're with Bayan, whose family started this in 1989.
Yes, correct.
And it's one of the first organic vineyards here in Santa Barbara County. And so when you first started, did you come up with the organic concept, or is that something you employed later?
No, we built it from the ground up. It was just a barren horse ranch, and we planted the vines in '89, and our intention all along the way was to grow organic.
This amazing thing that there's polo played all over the world. Mongolia plays polo.
That everyone plays the same game.
Same
It's
game,
so interesting.
different rules.
Right.
Didn't know each other. Will never get out of Mongolia to come to the United States or vice versa. So Makazuranga, 36 years ago, decided let's do a federation of the world in polo, like you'd have in skiing or golf or something, like an Olympic. Didn't exist.
Can you believe in your lifetime that you've seen this created and that all of this has come
In
to
less
fruition?
than 40 years. In less than 40 years.